Okay, we're coming to the penultimate video, and we've got this holding water. We've got it high up there to put some pressure on find any leaks in the piping. Rob has done his usual excellent work in getting this VXT piped in. Had to do this joint, redo this joint. Fortunately, we caught it before we pressurized it. And this is the piping going along. Got it secured nicely with that split ring. And down into another valve, just because there are no such thing as too many valves. And transition to brass into the steel. All right, work this out. Got that one doing all right. And the sight glass blowdown, truth teller, it's working all right. And the pièce de résistance, my big project for today, was the finishing up the wet return. So let's let me sit down here and see if we can go over how this is supposed to work. All right, so as the steam is generated and heads down that main into the other room and then down a drip, and as you see, the water level is here. All of this piping is below the water level of the boiler, and so is called, it's filled with water, and so is called the wet return. So any water that reaches the end of the drip in the other room, when it's added there, displaces the water immediately and is sent back to the boiler. So this is the old wet return, and we've added a T there, and have continued it out, and there's a drain there. And we can shut this valve off and open the drain and allow this to drain, and any water or steam can then come down this pipe and flush it out. Whereas this side can still be operational. We have an isolation valve here, and this can then be drained there. That's a little low, but that's where it wanted to wind up, so that's where we're going to keep it for today. So let me show you how this worked out. I had one of my viewers just today made a comment saying, well, why did you bring this out and around the window and down and all that sort of nonsense? Why not just bring it down by the window? Like, well, darn, that was a good idea. So I really appreciate that. This is how it should have been. So this is called a dry return, and then the water level is right about here. So the reason why they did this is so that this allows the main to jump up about 6 inches, so by the time it gets out there, it's not a headbanger when you're coming down the stairs. So that's why they went through all this trouble of making a drip. So we've got it in here, and we've tied it into the new piping here. And Dead Men probably didn't make the connection here because they were more concerned about getting this bend in here rather than going in with a T and a union and that sort of thing. They just brought it over to, as you remember, if you looked at review of the other videos, it came in here and went down there. But now it's out of the way. Thank you for making that suggestion. I really appreciate it, and the customer does too. So, really, that's nice. That's working out really nice. And now there's lots of headroom here, lots of space to work. And so, and Rob did an excellent job on this gas line here. It's looking square, plumb, and level there. It's looking really good. We've got the drip piped in. It's really nice. We just have to work on this, get this squared away, and do the flue. But we're coming to the end of the day, and we'll be at tomorrow. We should have this thing wired and fired, and start the process of cleaning tomorrow. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you very much for your patronage and your questions and your comments. Be well and stay safe.